Welcome to Sharing with Tan, where wisdom meets real-life experience. Life is a journey filled with lessons, memories, and moments worth sharing. Here, we dive into stories that inspire, insights that enlighten, and conversations that truly matter. Whether you're seeking fresh perspectives or simply a comforting voice, this is your space to relax, reflect, and reconnect. So, grab a cup of tea, sit back, and let's embark on this journey together. Because every story holds a lesson, and every lesson is worth sharing. A life without purpose. The trip to the Aboriginal community, the Indigenous people of Australia, left everyone with a lot of thoughts about the importance of having goals in life. At first glance, the lives of the Aboriginal people might sound like a dream to many. However, in reality, they are living in a rather gloomy state and have fallen into many social issues. The fundamental reason is that they no longer have goals or motivation in life. The power of purpose. Why a life without goals is a life half-lived. The paradox of a comfortable life. Imagine waking up every morning with no responsibilities, no deadlines, no goals to chase, and no dreams to pursue. Sounds like paradise, doesn't it? For many of us, the idea of living a life free from the pressures of work, bills, and societal expectations is a tantalizing fantasy. We often dream of a world where we don't have to worry about money, where our basic needs are met, and where we can simply exist without the constant grind of daily life. But what if I told you that such a life, devoid of purpose and ambition, could be more of a curse than a blessing? This is the story of the Indigenous Australians, the original people of Australia, who have lived on the continent for tens of thousands of years. Their history is rich, their culture profound, and their connection to the land unparalleled. Yet, in modern times, many of these communities face a crisis not of poverty or lack of resources, but of purpose. The Australian government, to right the wrongs of the past, has provided these communities with substantial financial support, healthcare, and other benefits. On the surface, this seems like a noble gesture. But beneath the surface lies a deeper, more troubling reality. A life without goals, without challenges, and purpose can lead to a profound sense of emptiness. This story is not just about the Indigenous Australians, it's about all of us. It's a reminder that the struggles we face, the goals we chase, and the challenges we overcome are not just obstacles to be avoided, they are the very essence of what makes life meaningful. In this video, we'll explore why having a purpose is crucial to living a fulfilling life and how the absence of it can lead to a sense of despair that no amount of material comfort can alleviate. The Indigenous Australians' life without purpose. To understand the importance of purpose, let's delve deeper into the story of the Indigenous Australians. These communities have lived on the Australian continent for over 50,000 years, making them one of the oldest continuous cultures in the world. Their art, traditions, and way of life are deeply intertwined with the land, and their resilience in the face of colonization is a testament to their strength. However, the arrival of European settlers in the 18th century marked the beginning of a dark chapter in their history. The Indigenous Australians were subjected to violence, displacement, and policies that sought to erase their culture. One of the most infamous policies was the Stolen Generations policy, where Indigenous children were forcibly removed from their families and placed in institutions or adopted by non-Indigenous families. This policy, which lasted well into the 20th century, left deep scars on the Indigenous community, disrupting their social structures and cultural continuity. In recent decades, the Australian government has made efforts to reconcile with the Indigenous population. Public apologies have been issued, and policies have been implemented to provide financial support, healthcare, and other benefits to Indigenous communities. On the surface, these measures seem like steps in the right direction, but the reality is far more complex. Many Indigenous Australians now live in communities where the government provides for their basic needs. They don't have to worry about finding work, paying bills, or securing healthcare. In theory, this should lead to a life of comfort and ease. But in practice, It has created a void that is filled not with happiness but with a sense of aimlessness and despair. Without the need to work or strive for anything, many Indigenous Australians find themselves trapped in a cycle of boredom and frustration. They wake up each day with no sense of direction, no goals to pursue, and no challenges to overcome. Over time, this lack of purpose leads to a sense of hopelessness, which often manifests in substance abuse, domestic violence, and other social issues. This is not to say that financial support and reconciliation efforts are inherently bad. They are necessary steps toward addressing the injustices of the past, but they are not enough. Without a sense of purpose, without something to strive for, even the most comfortable life can become a prison. The psychology of purpose, why we need goals. So why is purpose so important? To answer this question, we need to look at the psychology of human motivation. At the core of our being, we are driven by a need for meaning. We want to feel that our lives matter, that we are contributing to something greater than ourselves. This need for purpose is what drives us to set goals, to work hard, and to overcome challenges. When we have a goal, whether it's to build a career, raise a family, or create a piece of art, we have something to strive for. This striving gives our lives direction and meaning. It gives us a reason to get out of bed in the morning, to push through difficult times, and to keep going even when the odds are against us. But when we lack goals, when we have nothing to strive for, we lose that sense of direction. Life becomes a series of empty days, one blending into the next with no sense of progress or achievement. This lack of purpose can lead to a sense of existential despair, a feeling that life is meaningless and that nothing we do matters. This is not just a philosophical idea, it's backed by science. Research has shown that having a sense of purpose is linked to better mental and physical health. People with a strong sense of purpose are more resilient in the face of adversity, more likely to recover from illness, and more likely to live longer, healthier lives. On the other hand, a lack of purpose is associated with higher rates of depression, anxiety, and other mental health issues. The danger of comfort. Why we need challenge is one of the most insidious aspects of a life without purpose is the danger of comfort. When we have everything we need, when we don't have to work for our food, our shelter, or our happiness, we risk falling into a state of complacency. We stop striving, stop growing, and stop challenging ourselves. When we stop challenging ourselves, we stop living. This is the paradox of comfort. While it may seem desirable, it can be detrimental to our well-being. Comfort lulls us into a false sense of security, making us believe that we don't need to do anything to improve our lives. But the truth is, growth and fulfillment come from overcoming challenges, from pushing ourselves beyond our limits, and from striving for something greater. This is why the Indigenous Australians, despite having their basic needs met, often feel a profound sense of emptiness. Without challenges to overcome and goals to strive for, their lives lack the sense of purpose that is essential for true happiness. Finding your purpose. How to live a meaningful life. How do we find purpose in our lives? The answer is different for everyone, but there are some common steps we can all take. Set goals. Whether big or small, having goals gives us something to strive for. It could be as simple as learning a new skill or as ambitious as starting a business. The key is to have something that excites you, something that gives you a reason to keep going. Embrace challenges. Don't shy away from difficulties. Challenges are what make us stronger, more resilient, and more capable. They give us a sense of accomplishment when we overcome them, and they help us grow as individuals. Contribute to something greater. Purpose often comes from feeling that we are part of something bigger than ourselves. This could be through our work, our relationships, or our contributions to society. Find ways to make a positive impact on the world around you. Reflect on your values. What matters most to you? What do you want your life to stand for? Reflecting on your values can help you align your actions with your deeper sense of purpose. Stay curious. Life is full of opportunities for growth and discovery. Stay curious, keep learning, and don't be afraid to try new things. The more you explore, the more likely you are to find what truly excites and fulfills you. Conclusion: the beauty of a life with purpose. The story of the Indigenous Australians is a powerful reminder of the importance of purpose in our lives. It shows us that even in the absence of material struggles, a life without goals and challenges can be deeply unfulfilling. It reminds us that the struggles we face, the goals we chase, and the challenges we overcome are not just obstacles, they are the essence of what makes life meaningful. So the next time you find yourself feeling overwhelmed by the pressures of life, remember this: those pressures are not your enemy. They are what give your life direction, what push you to grow, and what make your achievements meaningful. Embrace them, learn from them, and let them guide you toward a life of purpose and fulfillment. Because in the end, a life without purpose is not a life at all, it's merely existence. And existence, without meaning, is a fate far worse than any struggle. This article is not just a reflection on Indigenous Australians, it's a call to action for all of us. It's a reminder to seek out challenges, to set goals, and to find purpose in our lives, because only then can we truly live. So the next time you find yourself feeling overwhelmed by the pressures of life, remember this: those pressures are not your enemy. They are what give your life direction, what push you to grow, and what make your achievements meaningful. I hope that through today's sharing session, I can provide you with a different perspective to help you find a path that suits you. These are some of my thoughts in today's video. If you feel this useful content, please share it with your friends and family. In addition, YouTube's algorithm prioritizes videos with many likes and subscriptions. So, if you enjoyed this video, please click the like and subscribe buttons to help more people see and know about this content. Thank you for watching and listening.